instead of just falling, we want to have something that we can use to bring ourselves to a nice stop, or even a quicker stop if we have to, with our back foot out of the binding. So I try and adjust my board. Yeah! Woohoo! As I glide down with my foot pressed against the back of the binding, I'm just going to inch my foot forward, my back foot forward or back, to let it drop into the snow while keeping my foot against the back binding. And it's just going to drag along, and that's going to slow me down, and it's going to act like a rudder. So as I'm coming to a stop, if I have my toe out, I'm going to be making a nice little C cut, and then I'm going to be on my toe edge. I'm going to lean into it and step forward, and I'm all stopped. Same thing with the heel. I'm going to start gliding with that back foot against the back binding. Then I'm going to inch my heel back. And as I inch it back, keeping that pressure on the back binding, otherwise you'll be out here, it'll grab, and you're on your face. So it's really key to keep that foot against the back binding, and then kind of inch it back. It doesn't have to be far, it's just enough that your heel will dig into the snow a tiny bit. Keeping that weight on top of the board, you're not leaning into your heel, it doesn't take much. And letting that heel drag, it's going to bring you around so you're facing downhill nice and easy. Once you get to a point where you're almost perpendicular to the slope, we're going to bring our foot back and get on edge. Because once we're on edge, it's nearly impossible to get movement until we bring it forward again. So that's what I'm going to show you now. Is first I'm going to show you the toe drag stop and the heel drag stop with your foot out of the binding. I'm just inching my toe forward, dragging it into the snow, stepping forward. I'm going to go a little higher to get a little more speed. Inching my heel back and just dragging it in the snow. Perpendicular. This is going to be absolutely key when you're coming off of a chairlift. Again, you can see a nice long thing. My toe is just barely off the board, and I could feel it pulling against the back binding. You should be now used to the slipperiness of the base, the grip of the edges, being able to skate around with your foot behind and your foot in front along the toe edge. You should be able to glide, and we learned how to stop. So places where we are coming off a lift, places where we're going down a hill, where we're skating a little too fast, we have a mechanism now to allow us to stop. So you should be covered for everything you need to be comfortable on a snowboard with your foot out of the bind. If you enjoyed it, thank you. These instructional videos are kind of new to me, and I would love some feedback if you've stuck around in this part of the video. If you've had lessons and they're teaching you something different, or if you're an instructor and you think I've missed something or done something improperly, I'm happy to hear it down below. I don't pretend to be a true expert. I just want to help people be more comfortable on a snowboard, and get out on the slopes a little sooner and safer, so that we're all ripping together. So that's it. Cheers. Thank you.